Hey guys, we are Sean and Christy Michael of the world famous Long Honeymoon blog, and today we have a very special product review, a boat. Scout Inflatables sent us this Scout365 inflatable two-person boat. It's sort of a kayak alternative, and we have been putting it through its paces for the past few weeks. And spoiler alert, the great thing about this boat is that it rolls up and fits into a bag. So we can actually store the boat in the bed of our pickup truck. And if you have a different type of RV, you could store it in any number of different storage compartments. I think if you had a fifth wheel or motorhome, this would probably stow away inside your rig. Scout Inflatables has paid us nothing for this review. They did send us the boat, but our opinions are our own. We will put a link to the Scout365 in the YouTube description for this video. Click that link and you will go to this very boat. Well, not our boat, but one very similar.
So when you buy the Scout365 inflatable boat, this is what it comes with. You get the boat, you get the 2 aluminum seats, you get the 2 oars, you get the foot pump with the hose, a padded cushion for your aluminum seat with a storage bag attached, okay? And it just clips around with these 2 little, easy peasy clips. So super fast to attach. Just reach under, clip, reach under and clip, okay? And you also get the storage bag. It also comes with the repair kit, just a little repair kit. It's got instructions on how to do it, etc., in this little container.
Okay guys, here we have our assembled Scout365. I want to go through a few things that you can expect when you're putting your boat together. First of all, you want to unroll the body of the boat itself. The body consists of 2 separate pontoons. At the front, you will find the inflation points. Each pontoon has its own inflation point, of course, and what you'll want to do is unscrew the little valve inside so that it can accept air.
So counterclockwise, pops it out.
All right, so we're ready to inflate our boat. Again, we're going to use the electric pump to inflate it to about 70%, and then we'll use the foot pump to finish it off. Now this hose will connect to the boat securely. You can kind of screw this hose in here so it's a pretty firm fit. Now this thing does not attach to the electric pump, sadly, so what you do is just hold it with your hand, like so. Now note, the boat comes with a foot pump only. Of course, if you already have a 12-volt inflation pump, you can use that. We have the one that is available specifically for the boat. And if you're using the optional 12-volt power inflation pump, the hose does not fit securely to that pump. So what you're going to have to do is hold the 2 pieces together with your hands and inflate each pontoon to about 70% capacity. And you want to leave them with a little bit of play because you're going to put your floor piece into your boat next. The side with the air intake goes to the rear. And so you just sort of put it down in here. And again, it's easier to do with each pontoon filled to about 70% capacity. And you insert the floor completely uninflated, tuck it underneath the side of the boat on each side, and then you inflate the floor. I'm going to securely attach one end to the hose, and now I'm going to let the electric pump do some of the work for me. It's the same drill. You inflate the floor, you get it to around 70 to 80% capacity. Then you will take your yellow hose, attach it to the foot pump, and you will start the Scout Inflatables boogie. And this does screw in. The cord will firmly attach to the foot pump, which of course is very important because next we're going to do the little Scout 365 dance. Going to the hoedown, guys. Now this floor is made of a very thick, tough PVC material that is used with stand-up paddle boards that are inflatable. So the point is, it should be very firm, and in theory you should be able to stand up on the floor once you're out on the water. Now you will also use the foot pump to top off the inflation pressure on the pontoons, but you really don't want them inflated to the same degree of pressure as the floor. In fact, if you're taking your boat out on a hot day or at higher altitudes, you want to make sure that you don't overinflate the pontoons, because overinflation can stress the seams of the boat and could potentially damage your boat. So once you have the 3 pieces inflated, and again, this entire process takes around 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how quickly you move, it's time to put in your aluminum metal seats. These rubber straps fit very tightly to the boat, and so you really have to kind of work the aluminum into the strap. What I found works best is to kind of crouch down on one side of the boat, grasp the seat with both hands, lean down, use my body weight, pull back firmly, and the seat will usually slide through the strap. And I'll do one side first, then go to the opposite side of the boat and perform the same procedure over there. And once you've done that, you've basically got your boat together. Of course, the boat also comes with 2 oars. You can attach the oars on the side using these little screw points that pivot down. They will actually kind of clamp into the side of the boat on each side, and we found that these clamps can be a little bit fussy, but it will fit and clamp into place. Voila. So there we have the oar clamped into the side nice and tight. So now your boat's together, and when it comes time to carry the boat to the water, there are a lot of different places on this boat where you can grab and get a good handhold. The best places are the included handles, and we discovered after carrying it side by side that the best way to carry the boat is to use these handles. On the rear you have 2 really solid firm handles, so if you got 2 people, one person can grab with both hands and walk forward. Your partner can grab with 1 or more hands, I suppose, to the one handle at the front of the boat and walk forward, whichever way you want to do it. We do find that these handles at either end of the boat are the best way to carry the boat to the water. You'll notice on the side of the boat, ropes. You've got plenty of places where you could lash the boat up to a dock or to a tree or what have you on the shore anytime you want to kind of park your boat and maybe go ashore and go exploring. Wow, let's go towards the bugling. I have to say, guys, I'm just blown away by this. It's a spectacular experience, especially when you're out here on a lake such as this one, when there's really no one else on the water. And you're in the middle of some of the most beautiful terrain in North America. And best of all, your wife is doing the paddling for you.
That experience of being out on the water is something that I've wanted for so long. You know, we've talked about boats before, we've talked about kayaks, and again, every time what's held us back is just having to carry this huge thing strapped to the roof of our truck. This definitely was the answer to my desires, I guess you can say. And again, just being out on the water is just, it's such a different experience than being on land. You're just seeing everything from a completely different perspective. And so it just gives you a new appreciation for places that maybe you've been to many times before, and it gives you a different way to see them and a different way to view wildlife. You know, it's good exercise too, so that's a lot of fun.
Loloho indeed. What did you say?
Said I might need a back massage later.
She says she's gonna need a back massage. A small price to pay for steady water transportation.
I'll remind you of that.
What really impressed me from the moment we got this boat out on the water was the world of new experiences that had opened up for us because we have this boat. I mean, for example, the first time we took it out, we were on the shore working to inflate the boat, and
so we were out here putting together our boat, inflating it, not even paying attention to the water at all. And then we heard something splash.
he's a big boy.
We turned around and this huge moose was coming out of the lake. He swam all the way from the other side.
But the moose story doesn't end there. Once we had the boat out on the water, we were able to paddle it over into the area where the moose was kicking back on the shore of the lake. So we were able to get up reasonably close to the moose without disturbing the moose and watch him from the water. So that was a really unique experience. And we found as we were paddling around this particular lake, there was a lot of wildlife near the shore in places that you just wouldn't see from the land. So this is spectacular. We are actually watching elk as they bugle during mating season here on a mountainous hillside. And then sure enough, they came out into open view and we were able to view the elk from the water. And this is truly the kind of experience we couldn't be having without the boat because we had to paddle across this lake.
Now, I'm going to show you some extras. This seat is extra number 1. So it's pretty easy, it folds flat. It basically just Velcros onto the aluminum seat. So you just Velcro it on, voila, you're ready to roll. So that is an extra. Here is another extra. These are little attachable fishing pole holders or net holders, whichever way you want to use them. And it comes with the screws, and you attach these to the transom of the boat. Another extra that I highly recommend is the cart. As you can see, you can set the boat here, tilt it and roll it wherever you want to take it. If you want to take it to the boat launch to set up your boat, if you just want to wheel it around your house or to get it in and out of your truck and wheel it from there, it's super easy to use. And it folds down pretty small.
Yeah, nice and flat.
So, totally flat. The oars are not the easiest to use if there's more than one person in the boat. I think it's just a little awkward the way that you row with them. I do like the kayak paddle if I am the only one paddling or if I'm in the boat by myself. The kayak paddle is what I prefer to use just because I feel like that motion of using the kayak paddle from side to side is just easier, more comfortable. I feel like I get to where I'm going a little faster. So that would be my preferred way to paddle this.
On the rear of the boat, you will of course find the transom. This is where you can attach a motor. You can attach either a gasoline or electric powered motor, and I understand that the boat performs very well with a motor. We do not have one, but at some point in the future we may attach one to the boat and do a separate video about that. If anything, the breakdown and storage of this boat goes faster than setup, at least it has for us. Your first step, of course, is to remove your aluminum seats. They'll wiggle out with a little bit of elbow grease. Then you want to deflate your floor in your pontoons. Unscrew the little valve cover and rotate the valve counterclockwise and push in on it, and you will hear the rush of air as the air escapes. And then once you have everything deflated, you can take the floor out, set it aside, fold it up, and it's ready to go in your bag. And before you start rolling up the boat itself, you want to pull each side of the boat together towards the center to the point where you can see the black rubber strakes on the bottom of the boat. When you can see those black rubber strakes, you know that you've got the boat in a narrow enough shape that it's going to fit into the bag. So we start rolling up the boat by folding each end of the boat in towards the center. We roll forward towards the front, and then when we get it to the front, the best way to do this is to actually roll half of the boat into the bag. Once you've got the boat started into the bag, you can sort of shift it around a little bit, lift up on the bag, and let the weight of the boat do a little bit of the work. And before you know it, the boat will be tucked down nice and neat inside the bag. Now, the entire boat will fit inside the bag. In other words, you can put the pontoon body of the boat, you can put the floor, and you can put the aluminum seats all inside the same storage bag. All right, let's see if these seats also fit. I hope they will. Well, that's pretty sweet. Well, this reminds me of squeezing into an old pair of blue jeans. Boat in a bag. All right, this is the weightlifting portion of the competition. That is awesome.
There it is. Put it in a bag. So when Sean first told me that we were going to be getting this inflatable boat, I sort of chuckled to myself and thought, we'll see how this goes, you know. And after taking this boat out like we have in the environments that we have, I am super impressed. It really reminds me of those sort of little dinghy boats that you see attached to the back of like big sailboats or boats out in the ocean, you know, that they use to go back and forth to shore. That's really what this boat reminds me of. It's the same sort of quality of material. It's very well made. The way it's put together is great. I think the way that you inflate it is super easy. Once you get the hang of it, the first time you do it, it's a little intimidating. But you know, once you do it a couple of times, it just is so easy to put together, and the quality is definitely impressive. I think this has been a huge game changer for us. This boat will definitely be something we use on a regular basis from here on out.
You know, for many years, my wife has been after me to get a boat, and I have always kind of resisted strapping boats on the roof of our truck. If you have an Airstream, you're battling with storage constraints. You know, this is a game changer, as Christy said.
It really is.
I really like that it's a two-seater. We can share the boat. Now, if one person wants to go out and use it kayak style, you can obviously do that. But overall, I think this is sort of a perfect boat for two people.
Yeah.
If you want to get a boat exactly like ours, we will put a link in the YouTube description for this video. Click that link and you will go to this very model of boat. By the way, our boat is orange, but these boats are available in a number of different colors, including camouflage. So click that link and you can go in there and look and see what Scout Inflatables has to offer in this model line. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Subscriptions are very important to us, and they ensure that you will never miss a video, including the future videos that we do about the Scout365. If you're interested in this boat, subscribe to our channel and you're gonna see more about it in the future.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. Feel free to leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.